This cluster B writes, none of us are. I've thrown the first hand before a couple of years ago. I thought if a man loved me, he would drop everything and give me everything I wanted and be there every second of the day. It sounds like a borderline, don't it? Gotta have that person with me at all times. That was just a fantasy. We're using the language of the cluster B in this message already, fantasy, which was actually quite miserable. Now that I'm grown, and that goes back to we are emotionally stunted children, really honestly. Now that I'm grown, I know right from wrong. They do know right from wrong, and I'm going to get to that point here in just a second. I know right from wrong. I've also cheated, lied, left all of my stuff at my first boyfriend's house and left the state when he was at work with no intentions of telling him I was coming back, etc., etc. Boom! She goes on to say, I know the lowest I've ever been and how ugly it was to look back on. This tells you right now that we know what we're doing and we know right from wrong. I know the lowest I've ever been and how ugly it was to look back on. And I know I don't want to be that person ever again. It costs nothing to be a decent human being, and it does not. She's correct about that. And it's all this world kind of needs, just more decency. That is true too. Nobody has to be the best, literally impossible. So true. You can always be the best you, though. You can try. You can always be better. So what this illustrates, guys, is that cluster Bs, again, will tell you straight up front what they are and what they've done and what they're probably going to do to you. It also illustrates that we know right from wrong. Okay? And to say that we cannot control ourselves, honestly, is another excuse. It's another victimhood thing. If you can self-reflect, which obviously this person was able to do. She wrote a big, long thing out telling me all about herself up front. Now, I saw the red flags and I thought, damn, this is sexy. Right? That's what most of us end up doing. We do know right from wrong. And if you're a healthy, normal person, or even a cluster B, keep this stuff in mind. We are going to do it to you too. Everything we did to our last partner, we're going to do it to you too. So when you see these red flags up front, take them for what they are. We'll tell you what we're all about if you'll listen. Real talk.